We welcome you back here to the Student Activity Center here in South Bend for IU South Bend Fall Media Day. It's our women's soccer segment. You can check out all the Titans women's games from Newton Park in Lakeville, Indiana on our website at rrsn.com. Tanner Camp, happy to be joined by one of the many freshmen on this new Titan team in Bryn Barlog. And, of course, Bryn from Westchester, Ohio. And, Bryn, I tell you what, one thing that we just found out as we were getting ready for this, already starting the season off with the win, matching last year's record already. And as a freshman, what does that mean to you to just have that impact for the team? And this is a team that sometimes had troubles with putting 12 on or putting 11 on the field, and now it's 26 on this team. I mean, that's got to be a phenomenal feeling to just immediately make an impact for this still very young program.
Yeah, I think it's super exciting. I mean, coming as a freshman, as Bobby has always told me, like, it only goes up from here. He's built a great program so far, and I tell everyone who I talk to, I'm like, imagine what it's going to be like my senior year. Obviously, we're not going to win a national title this year, but recruiting everyone and just it's only going to go uphill from here, and I cannot explain how excited I am.
And this was one of those teams, again, it's had its struggles. It started in 2019 just to get the scrimmages and get some exhibitions. Then, of course, once COVID hit, so now had to be put on hold. So last season for the team really was its true second full season of being competitive and competing against some teams. And near the end of the season, Bobby's team really has done a nice job of being competitive and having teams disrupt their play. So just tell us a little bit about what that was like when you first stepped on campus and stepped into his program, because Bobby's had a wonderful career throughout his time as a coach. So what's that mean to you to be an impact player right away?
I think just coming in right away and realizing, like, first of all, shout out to the veterans who even created this program and being able to stick through it so that the program can continue. But honestly, like, to be able to come in here and just make an impact on everyone and just to see the community. I mean, we have people from all over Indiana, Chicago, Ohio. It's just cool to build a community, not just from soccer, but from, like, just having a community from all over and, like, building friendships that'll last forever. But then having Bobby as a coach and just teaching us so many different things that I've never been taught before, and it just has a different little perspective just on the soccer game, but also a lot of, like, good changes in life, right? And just gives you a lot of, like, lessons that you learn on and off the field.
And when you take a look, you're one of 12 freshmen to come into this program. And I've seen this list and even seen a couple of these players since we do high school soccer for our coverage as well. And some of these players are some real good talent that Bobby has brought in. So just tell us a little bit about gelling with those other players. And then, as you said, we have key players like Katie, like Haley, that, as you said, are already veteran players that have made such an impact on this program. So tell us a little bit about what it was like when you stepped foot on campus and got to meet these other freshmen and almost as a collective group realized that you guys are going to be making an impact and on the pitch right away.
Yeah, we had our, like, first day. It was like a scavenger hunt, and it was just, like, really cool to see. Like, it didn't really feel like I was a freshman, right? And I didn't feel like I was out of the group. Like, I don't feel like that anyway. Like, all the veterans, you'd say, like, makes us feel like we're already a part of the team, and it's just so welcoming. Like, we're already a family, and we're freshmen, where other schools, it's like, oh, you're a freshman, you have to do this, you have to do that, and it's not treated like that anyway here.
When you just take a look at some of those other players that you've looked to, like I said, Haley and Katie are not only just arguably some of the other key players, but also people that I think they just represent any program really well. So tell us a little bit about what Haley and Katie have already meant. Again, still fairly young in the season and in your NAI career, but tell us a little bit about what Haley and Katie have done at this point to make such a good impact.
I think the thing, I'll go kind of individually, Haley is definitely a great leader, right? She's regardless of starter, non-starter, she is definitely there for you. She's always giving good criticism, and it doesn't, like, come off the wrong way, right? And she's just, as a defender, she sees the field and takes very good control of that. Katie, outstanding. Forward, I mean, I kick her a ball, she's going at it. I think her effort is outstanding. She never gives up, and she's always there, but is also a great teammate. Like, if I make a bad pass, it's like, okay, good, get the next one. So
when you take a look at, just kind of take us back to that recruiting visit, because it's never easy sometimes to look at a program and realize that you're probably going to be thrown into the mix right away and be expected to make an impact. And again, Bobby's had this vision, and right now it's slowly coming more and more true into being a competitive team in the CCA. So tell us a little bit about the recruiting process, and ultimately, what was the big factor into deciding to be a Titan here at IU South Bend?
So a little story about me. So I didn't play my sophomore, junior year, came back my senior year. My dad passed away. I had ankle issues. And then I just I want to go to IU dental school. So I kind of was talking to all IU schools. But I think the biggest thing about IU South Bend was, number one, Bobby. Number 2, the tuition, and then number 3, the education with tuition. Because any other schools I don't get as good as education, but again, soccer as well.
So when you look at this upcoming season and getting ready for the summer, I mean, again, knowing that you're probably expected to make an impact right away,
Yeah.
what were some of the key things of your game that you worked on to make sure that you were ready? Because the CCAC's got some good competition, and one
Yeah.
team you got to keep an eye out is Olivet Nazarene, ranked in the top 25. So
Right.
what are some of the key things that you worked on to get yourself ready for collegiate soccer?
Yeah, I think the thing that we worked on a lot too was like our formation. So I mean, I think for me, my personally one was just like what's it called? Sorry. Getting in shape, right? Making sure I'm in shape, making sure my touches are super good and like my first touch is good. And then as a team, we'd practice on our formation and just making sure that's super strong, because at the end of the day, offense and defense, if that's strong, like people cannot get through.
Absolutely. So I'll give you a wrap up here, Bryn. Knowing that you're a freshman, you're already starting off the season 1-0 by the time of this recording with the win against PU Columbus. So Bryn Barlog and the IU South Bend Titans are going to have a great season if this happens. What is this? What do you have to do to have a great season?
I would say hard work. I think putting in the hard work every single day, showing up to practice every day, putting in the work hard, like every single practice, regardless if you're tired, regardless of what happens, and just sticking through it no matter what.
Well, Bryn, I know I'm personally excited for it. I'll be at a majority of the games at Newton Park. Thank you so much for taking time, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Once again, Bryn Barlog, one of 12 freshmen on this IU South Bend Titan roster. You can check out all the games at Newton Park in Lakeville, Indiana, and on our website at rrsn.com. And check out all our interviews today on our YouTube channel, Regional Radio Sports Network. We'll be back with more here from IU South Bend Fall Media Day right after this.
Sad situation.